Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Emily Scarlett. First for you this evening, new at 6, a body found in a pond at Finley Park has been identified. The coroner reports that the body is that of 29-year-old Jerry Jermaine Hickson of Myrtle Beach. This is video of the scene yesterday afternoon at the park. Someone walking in the area called police after seeing something in the pond. Investigators say the body appeared to have been in the water for quite some time. The autopsy showed no signs of trauma. The cause of death is still under investigation. Midnight tonight is the deadline for most states to enroll for health insurance through the Affordable Care Act marketplace. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services says the number of signups is down nearly 12% compared to last year. On Friday, a federal judge ruled that the individual coverage mandate within the ACA is unconstitutional. The rest of the law is invalid, says the judge. This is video of then President Barack Obama at a White House event for the ACA. The opinion was released by U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor out of Texas, who ruled Friday that last year's tax cut bill took away the constitutional foundation from under the ACA by eliminating a penalty for not having coverage. The ruling has thrown into question the future of insurance coverage for millions of Americans who purchased from the ACA marketplace. President Donald Trump applauded the ruling and is telling Congress that it's time to pass a new law.
It was a big ruling. It's a great ruling for our country. We'll be able to get great health care. We'll sit down with the Democrats if the Supreme Court upholds. We'll be sitting down with the Democrats and we will get great health care for our people. That's a repeal and replace, handled a little bit differently, but it was a big victory by a highly respected judge, highly respected in Texas. And on the assumption that the Supreme Court upholds, we will get great health care for our people.
The law is still in place for now and appeals are expected to be filed. You can still sign up for coverage until midnight tonight. To assist with that, there's an event at the Brooklyn Conference Center today where you can sign up right on the spot. That event goes until midnight. But if you can't make it, just call 1-888-988-4646 for additional help. We're finishing out the week with temperatures looking much better than they did at the beginning of the week. Meteorologist Kevin Arnone has more on even better weather coming up for your Sunday. Kevin?
Yeah, what a difference. We had that rain that was here earlier today, but the rain moved out. We saw a little bit of sunshine earlier this afternoon, but getting better. We're drying things out. Temperatures in the 50s right now, 56 degrees downtown Columbia, still holding on to those overcast skies. Southwesterly winds at about 5 miles per hour or so, but look at the visibility. Much better than what we saw earlier. Now it's unrestricted, about 10 miles or so. Those temperatures continue to drop as we go through the night tonight, but we continue to be dry. All the showers we had earlier now up to our north. Let me zoom on out, show you this whole system. You can see the center of circulation right now over towards parts of Tennessee, just I would say over Knoxville, Tennessee right now, but the whole system continuing to move up, which will bring some snow to parts of New England. We're all done though. We're going to be drying things out. A little bit more sunshine as we go into your day on Sunday. Here's the futurecast. No issues this evening. Clouds start to roll out of here. And let's say overnight tonight, just a passing cloud or two. Quiet to start your day on Sunday and looking much better as we go into the afternoon. That'll come with I would say a mix of sun and clouds and those temperatures once again getting into the 60s. So drying things out this evening, temperatures in the middle 50s. As we go to around 10 o'clock, we'll see those temperatures in the lower 50s, a few passing clouds from time to time. And then going into your tomorrow morning, 46 degrees will do it as a start to the day. Again, a quiet start out there with a few clouds, and then going into the afternoon, we'll call it a mix of sun and clouds. Those temperatures, however, getting into the 60s. Now, no weather issues tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday look beautiful with sunshine, but cooler weather on the way. We'll have that first alert 7-day forecast. Emily?
Thanks, Kevin. Other parts of the Carolinas seeing a lot of rainfall as well. Wilmington reports they now stand at a record 100 inches of rain for 2018. Charleston is seeing its third wettest December on record with almost 8 inches of rain just this month. This morning, some neighborhoods seeing flooding that made it impossible to drive. Yesterday, some areas reported up to 4 feet of standing water. Don't forget, you can stay updated on current alerts, rain or shine, by downloading the free WIS weather app. It's free in your app store. Continuing our Year of the Veteran coverage as we mark Wreaths Across America Day, thousands of wreaths were placed on grave sites nationwide to remember those who served our country. And for the 10th year, ceremony was held at Fort Jackson National Cemetery. Our Jenna Cisneros was there. And Jenna, hopefully no issues this year with getting a wreath on every grave site.
Yeah, that's right. And that's because you may remember that mishap last year, which caused the cemetery to be short more than 1,300 wreaths they had ordered for this, the ceremony. But I'm told that that was just a technical failure. And thankfully, that did not happen this year. As you can see right there on your screen, every single gravesite received a wreath, which came out to more than 6,000. This ceremony is really a way to honor and remember the veterans who served and forever keep their memory alive. Hundreds of people participated in this year's program, including high school JROTC units, musicians, Boy and Girl Scouts, and all 5 branches of our military.
A veteran dies twice. Once when they draw their last breath, and then the last time their name is ever said. So our way of keeping them alive is to place a wreath in their memory and say their name to keep them alive.
Well, a very special day for many that came out to place a wreath on the graves of their loved ones. And I spoke with one woman who lost her husband due to injuries from the Vietnam War. She tells me this annual ceremony has become a Christmas tradition for her. You'll want to catch her full story tonight at 11. Live in the studio, Jenna Cisneros, WIS News 10.
Thank you, Jenna. Officials say the very first ceremony they held at the Fort Jackson National Cemetery had just 348 grave sites. This year, that number has grown to 6,500. Their commitment every year is to make sure every grave site has a wreath. Wreaths Across America is a worldwide event. President Trump visiting Arlington National Cemetery today to pay his respects as veterans laid remembrance wreaths on tombstones there. More than 250,000 wreaths were placed on those grave sites. Also in Washington, another member of Trump's cabinet is stepping down today. President Trump tweeting that Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke will leave the administration by the end of the year. Zinke is currently facing federal investigations into his travel and political activity. Trump said the former congressman accomplished a lot during his time. He led Trump's efforts to roll back environmental regulations. Trump says he plans to announce a replacement by next week. President Trump announcing yesterday that Budget Director Mick Mulvaney will serve as acting chief of staff. Mulvaney, who's a former U.S. congressman from South Carolina, will be replacing John Kelly in the new year. Before being a U.S. representative, Mulvaney was a South Carolina senator, and before that, a House member. A volunteer fire chief in York County has been suspended and charged in a prostitution sting there. Authorities say 52-year-old Thomas Pickard was one of 5 men and 3 women arrested in a sting by the York County Sheriff's Department. Investigators say Pickard was led to a room by an undercover officer and agreed to pay money for sex. Pickard has been with the Lancaster Fire Service since 1996 and served as chief for 2 years. Pickard is only suspended while the investigation continues, but some residents say they would not feel uncomfortable having him respond to an emergency in their area.
You don't feel like he should lose his job behind it?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so.
I don't think I would feel uncomfortable at all.
So far, all of the suspects are only facing prostitution-related charges, nothing for human trafficking. A North Carolina police officer is dead after responding to a crash early this morning. Troopers say Officer Jason Quick of the Lumberton Police Department arrived at the crash this morning on I-95. While responding to the scene, another car hit him during that call, and he later died from his injuries. Troopers have identified the driver who hit the officer as 24-year-old Kadejara Inman. The officer leaves behind a wife and 2 children. The North Carolina Highway Patrol are still investigating. Today, there was another handout of bottled water to the residents of Denmark, South Carolina. The bottled water was handed out today from 10 until noon at Amazing Grace Ministries. This is video from a previous handout. There have been several now. The city is facing 2 lawsuits over the use of the chemical halosan in the drinking water. City officials say the chemical was approved for use by DHEC to treat bacteria at a city well that shut down in August. The city and the state have both said the water is safe to drink, but some neighbors claim the water is making them sick. In your crime alert tonight, Richland County deputies say they're still looking for the suspect who shot and killed a man late last month. Deputies are looking for Tyshawn Kerrigan. They say he's on the run and considered armed and dangerous. He's suspected of shooting and killing a 19-year-old on November 26th. That happened near Decker Boulevard. The victim, Jaquan Hughes, was shot in the stomach and died at an area hospital. If you know where Kerrigan is, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. It's a community landmark 50 years in the making, how the newest Richland County Library is making history.
All right, and we are drying things out right now. We're going to be looking pretty good for your Sunday as well. Plenty of sunshine next week, but some cooler temperatures on the way, followed by more rain. We'll have it all coming up in that first alert 7-day forecast. Right now, we went for a 40% chance of some showers, but the latest guidance is showing this is more of a washout Thursday to Friday, but I want to leave it a little optimistic for now. We'll wait until we really get a little bit closer to the end.
But finally, some dry days, Kevin.
It's going to feel so nice in the middle of the week.
I'm tired of having to walk my dog in the rain.
Right, it's been so gloomy. and I was talking to Paul earlier. I feel like this is the 5th weekend in a row that we've had rain.
Yeah, I agree. So next few days looking pretty good. Right? Yes, thanks, Kevin. And coming up in your Midlands weekend, a skate party makes the cloudy days merry and bright at Holiday Ice. In your Midlands weekend, it was a perfect day to glide through the holiday season at Columbia's Holiday Ice Skate Party. Today was one of 2 family-friendly events at Holiday Ice, the city's outdoor skating rink at Columbiana Center. Hosted by Columbia Parks and Recreation to celebrate the holiday season, the party featured music, refreshments, an ugly sweater contest, and giveaways. Event organizers say the ice skate party fit right in with the day of holiday shopping.
Come out and have a good time. It's a great holiday tradition. The holidays are right around the corner, so you can come and do some shopping, eat a little bit, and then come burn off those calories here at Holiday Ice.
Jingle Fest is coming up December 22nd and will feature Santa's Corner, a children's craft station led by Santa's helpers from the Columbia Art Center. This is included with your admission to Holiday Ice. Admission is $10 or $8 for active duty military and seniors. Also, the KC West Columbia Holiday Parade of Lights that was scheduled for today has been canceled. It was already pushed back one weekend because of the rain last weekend, but with more rain in the forecast, the chamber says there just isn't enough time to set up for the parade. The chamber says they look forward to next year. The 11th annual Christmas parade and activities in Eastover has also been canceled. The parade was set to take place today. There was no reason given for the cancellation. And right now you can catch an amazing Christmas lights display for free at one family's Midlands home. Elgin Lights kicks off its 21st season. The annual display features over 30,000 lights, operating trains, and much more. It's held at the town's family farm on Charlie Horse Circle in Elgin. You can check it out from 6 until 9 tonight through Christmas Eve. The event is free, but they do ask for donations, which benefit Camp Chemo and Camp Cole. Kids in some Midlands counties got the chance to shop with a cop and a special Christmas guest. That story is next.
A Midlands man's truck stolen just weeks before Christmas.
Who could do some evil stuff like that?
That truck is basically his livelihood.
I use it to haul my equipment because I do landscaping work.
Miranda, I understand you have some good news for us.
A local business owner saw that WIS story and he wanted to give a truck so he can get back to work.
I'm going to give it to you.
You're going to give it to me?
I'm going to give it to you.
Oh my God.
It's good to see such a heartwarming ending to that story.
WIS, and you are a blessing.